Hey everyone, Aaron here, and today I have the brand new Legacy Standard Bible. This one is the wide margin that they just released. This particular one that we have for review is the blue Cowhide, which is one of the top of the line that they have for the wide margin editions. They do have goat skin in their regular handy size, but they don't have goat skin available at this time in this edition, so this is the one that we have for review for you today. These do come in a two-piece box, as seen here, which is one of the things that I wish that they would do for the handy size. Right now, the handy size come in the Bible armor, which is a nice case for travel, but I would prefer that they come with the box. But you can see here, it's the Legacy Standard Bible in the large print wide margin. Again, this is the blue Cowhide edition. These do have a semi-yap, which is pretty good for coverage considering the size of the text block. You have perimeter stitching all the way around the edge. It is in a matching blue. You also have 5 raised spine ribs with Holy Bible, Legacy Standard Bible logo, Legacy Standard Bible, and then Steadfast Bibles at the bottom. These do have a blue cowhide leather liner, as well as being edge lined. These do have a gilt line around the edge with a very unique design. It's not just your standard gilt line that you see typically. This is just a unique pattern that they have. And you can see some of the corner work that they have as well. It does come with 3 double-sided satin ribbons. You have a black, a navy blue, and a gold. And then this edition has the gold art gilt with the blue underneath, which is really well done on these. They did a great job. It looks excellent. So just a little bit of information about the text block. These are printed and bound in Korea, and they are sewn bindings. These are single column verse by verse, which is just like the handy size Bibles that you have. However, one of the differences that you do have with this Bible is that the wide margin is red letters, so the words of Christ are in red rather than black, like in the handy size. So some of the features of the layout here, as you can see, the page numbers, the page headers, as well as the chapters are all in red. This does have fairly thick paper at 40 GSM, which is really great considering it's a wide margin. So it's meant for note taking. So your opacity is going to be really good. You're going to have minimal show through. So it's going to be really good for writing in, underlining, taking quick notes, and it's not really going to show through too bad on the next page. And I'll try to zoom in here a little bit so you can see here. The ghosting is actually going to look a little bit better in person just because you're not under the direct lighting here, but you can see where it shows through a little bit. But it really does a great job of not causing any problems, especially the farther away that you get, it's less noticeable. This would be a very good Bible for preaching out of because it does have 10.5 point font, which is a great size font. You should be able to read. Plus you can get to where you're needing to go very quickly with the verse by verse layout. And you can also see here the paragraph starts are in bold. And so you can see where the paragraph starts. So it really helps you figure out where you need to be. Some of the other features of this Bible, it does have note paper in the back. It is a dot paper rather than lined paper. So you just have to be a little bit more careful when you're taking your notes that it stays straight. Another thing that you'll notice is there is no concordance or maps in the back of this Bible. It goes straight from Revelation to the note paper. This is a fairly thick edition, as the overall Bible is 1 7/8 inch thick. By 6.5 by 9.5. They do have this available in a True Tone edition, or like a leather touch. So I will add some pictures of it as well. And I've also got it here so we can just take a look at it real quick, see some of the differences. The text block is the exact same, so we're not going to spend a ton of time comparing the text block, but more or less just the covers. So you could see what you could kind of get if you order the more budget-friendly line with the True Tone, and then you could send it off for a rebind or something like that. So one of the differences you'll see right off the bat is the True Tone come in this little slip cover. So they don't come with the box. So that'll be one of the first differences you see. But this is the True Tone. So what they actually call it is the faux leather edition. So if you're looking on their website, you'll see it listed under the faux leather option. And this color that we have here in this video is what they call their reddish brown. So some of the features that you'll see on it, it does have the gold gilt. So you have the gold page edges, but you do not have any color underneath. So it's just the white, where on the blue one, you do have the blue under the gold. You also don't have any raised spine ribs. You just have the lines. You do have Holy Bible, Legacy Standard Bible logo, Legacy Standard Bible, and Steadfast Bibles. You also see that you have 2 ribbons rather than 3, and they're also a lot skinnier. I'll hold this other one up here so you can see them next to each other. You can tell that the ribbons just in the Cowhide leather edge-lined edition are a lot better ribbons, and you get a 3rd one. And I will add some photos as well, just so you can see those as a little bit better, and you can pause the video to take a look at them a little bit closer if you want to. Another one that I wanted to compare it to is the actual handy size Preacher's Bible. This one is the copper goatskin edition. It's also edge line, but it is a full yap, so you can see a little bit of where the text block actually is. So it looks a little more similar in size to the wide margin, but the text block is quite a bit bigger. Just the footprint of the Bible looks a little bit bigger because it is the full yap edition. So one of the first things you'll notice with the wide margin versus the handy size is the thickness. The handy size is quite a bit thinner at 1 5/8 inch. And you can also see here, we'll put it like this, but the overall footprint of the handy size is 5 3/4 by 8 5/8 inch. Another thing that you'll notice is the difference in the font size. So again, the wide margin is 10.5 point font, and the handy size is 9.5 point font. So it is going to be a lot easier to read out of the wide margin, especially if you're a little bit farther away, or if your eyesight is struggling a little bit. The wide margin might be a little bit better, even if you don't plan on taking notes. The handy size does really have a generous margin, so that is one really great thing about those. The wide margin has a outer margin of 1.33 inches, and the handy size is 1 inch. So you do get a little bit more space on the wide margin, but it's a very generous wide margin on the handy size. And that is my review of the wide margin large print Legacy Standard Bible from 316 Publishing. Thanks for watching.